Oh well folks, the petrol tank is now in. I had my good friend Chris Robinson around from the YouTube channel TR7 V8 and he's been so helpful. It's quite difficult to hold the tank up in the air, position the brackets and tighten the nuts. I couldn't have done it without him really, so I'm really happy about that. Unfortunately I didn't video it because there was just no room. We were both under here and it was so awkward I couldn't video it, but it's actually in place now. I haven't tightened all the nuts up on the brackets yet because I've got to just position the tank. I've got to actually move the tank over about 1 centimetre I think, and that's done. And then it's just a case of connecting up the fuel lines and the sender unit, and we're all ready to go. So that's all the straps are in position now. I should do that. I think this pipe here is just a little bit too long, so we need to cut, I don't know, about 1 inch off, like so. I just put a little mark on the pipe. That's how much I want it to go in. Oh, that's got it. Oh. That's it folks. So that's it folks, it's all buttoned up there now, all nice and secure. The last thing to do is just to connect up these 3 wires onto the sender unit here. I'll have to just check which colour goes to what terminal, but that's just literally just 2-second job, just push them all on. So that's it, job's a good one. That's the yellow little cap. Let's try this piece. That's got it. Job's a good one. Perfect. So put rust converter on all the mounting points for the bottom arm and the tie bars at the top. They weren't actually that bad, so they're all prepped now. I'm just waiting for it all to turn black before I put the arms back on. So I think while I'm here, I'm going to connect the wires to the fuel sender. Right, so the far right one there has a W on it. That needs to be the green and orange wire. So the green and orange wire needs to go on there like so. But the earth goes in the middle. That's the earth on. And the final one, there's only one left. It's got to go on there. That's all connected up. Spot on. Yeah, according to the manual, the green and orange wire goes to the W terminal, which is on the right hand side. Obviously the other green one goes on the other terminal, and the middle one is the earth. So that's sorted. So I need to get my axle stand with the rear axle so I can jack it up. Need to raise this up like so. That's it. Ooh. Perfect. These are all the bolts for the tie bars and the bottom arms, so I'm going to clean these up so I'm not messing around under the car, struggling trying to tighten them up. Just going to get a wire brush on them, basically just give them a quick once over. Yeah, we'll just put a little bit of copper ease on these. Oh, that's much better. That's perfect. Okay, that's that one done. Well, I thought while I had the car up in the air, I'd renew the brake line from the rear axle to the front. The brake line comes from the back by the rear axle there, comes up the gearbox tunnel to the front, and then it actually joins there. And I'm going to try and undo it from there. I did spray it with WD-40 last night, so it's had a good soak. So let's see how we get on. This smaller nut, by the way, is actually a 7/16. Fits perfect. That's it, she's out. That's it. Whew. Try 13. Oh yeah, to 13. Okay. Actually feels loose there. I must have slackened it off earlier on. That's it, she's off. There's a clip there, like so. That's come out, that's it, good. There's another clip here. And she's out. Let's have a look, what else is there? Yippee! I think that might have got it. Yep, that's the lot. Yeah, overall the pipe actually isn't in that bad a condition, but I do know it was leaking at this far end, and it wasn't leaking from the nut, it was on this bend. Must have a pinhole in it somewhere, so we're going to renew that now anyway, because I haven't actually got any of these. I'm going to use this original one off the end, so I'm going to cut this here. There you go, she's off. So there's our fitting that I need. So before I go any further, I'll put that on the pipe the correct way around, obviously. And we'll do the end of this pipe. Right, so we need to put a flare on the end of this. Put the pipe in. Put this spacer in. This gets the pipe the right distance. Make sure it's hard up against it like so. And then tighten these bolts up. Just give these a little bit of a tighten. Okay, that's that done. Just nip that up a bit. Perfect. We'll take that out. Take that out now, the spacer. Make sure you put this tool in the right way around. I'll actually use the handle that comes with it. Like so. Might make things a bit easier, mightn't it? So we need to tighten that up now. Now that is now hard up against the block, so we can now. Oh, that's tight. But the old John, what's he do that tight for? So now we need to unlock it like so. Use our 10mm spanner just to release the clamp. There we have it. So let's have a look. Got to mark it where the bend starts there, like so. That's where we want our first bend. Make sure you put the fitting on that side, otherwise you'll be in trouble. You want to use the outside one here, the thinnest one of the lot. You want to line that mark up there with the top there. Got a bend now. As I said before, it's not quite a 90-degree bend, probably about that much. So that's near enough now. That'll do. So we can continue from there now. I won't bore you with the whole process, and we'll come back in a little bit. So we can say goodbye to the old one. And hello to the new. Job's a good one. Okay, so we're back under the car again. Let's try and thread this new brake cable through. Actually went over there, didn't it? And through there. Okay. Okay, so that's the front all nice and secure. So we'll check the back now. So we're trying to use the original clips if we can. That's gone in. That's it, that one's in. So yeah, Here's where the pipe comes down here, like so. It's way too long, but I'm going to wait until I've raised the axle up, because the axle's down at the moment. Needs to go up a good 8-9 inches. So I'll wait until I've raised the axle, and then I'll just trim the end of this copper pipe to suit the flexi hose. But for now, that'll do us. We can get on now with putting the springs and shockeys on the back and raising the axle up. Right, so we need to get this bottom arm in first before I can put the shockeys in and that. Okay, let's try it like this. Let's put the bottom right there. I think this should do it. That's better. Put a bolt in the top. If we can get it in. That's in. Keep me weight on it. That is it. Hey, hallelujah. Nylock nuts. That'll do for now. Like I said, I'm not going to tighten any of this up just yet until I know everything's in line. Right, next job. Put the rubbers on the right way around. That's the bottom one up. That's it. Right, let's see what sort of problems we're going to have with this. Okay, cool. So here's the tie bar. One end goes in there, like so, and the other goes into there. Again, are we going to have a struggle getting these in? Let's find out. I'll put this in there. Tell you what, drop that out. Put the top in first, I think. Let's have a look. Don't think this is going to be a problem at all. Actually, it looks pretty straightforward to me. Put that bolt through, like so. That's the bolt through there. And drop this one in. Right, take this spring back out again. Like so. Hallelujah. That's it, put a washer on. Put the nut on. Springy spring, 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 spring. Yep, that's it. Try that. Okay, that's in there. Put them on your bucket. That's it. So next thing to go on is a shock absorber. So I really need to put the shocky in from the top first, really. Now, this see that needs to go like that. Now I need to get a nut on the top, so I need to support the bottom here, so hopefully that'll stay there like that while I put a nut on the top now, you see. I'll just go into the boot now and put a nut on the top of this shock absorber. Okay. So we'll pull the shocky down now into the hole. Like so. That's that. So the rubber's on the bottom. We just need to put the cap on. Oops, and the nut. And that's it. That's that done. Now we just need to tighten everything up now. So we just need to tighten this nut up now. And to stop it from turning, the bolt has 2 flats either side. You can put a spanner on it. This one's 7mm. So we put our 7mm on the end of the bolt. That's that done. Do the same to the top. So that's it for this area now. I just need to go over the torque settings in the book and torque everything up, but she's basically all back together. There's just one more thing that I've got to do, and I think it's going to be a little bit difficult, but we'll give it a go. Let's have a look. So we need, first of all, I need this bracket behind there like so. I'll push the bolts through. That's one. That's two. Okay. Hopefully, have it behind it. Leave it up. Ooh. Actually, it looks as though I might just be able to go like that. Spot on. Job's a good one. 2 new washers. And the nuts. Yeah. Job's a good one. Yeah, as you can see, I've had a good clean up around the garage now. I've put all the tools away that I don't need. Got rid of the hydraulic jack. So yeah, the car is probably 99% complete. But I'm going to leave the video there for this week. I'll just show you the underneath now. It's not looking too bad at all, really. So yeah, she's not looking too bad now underneath. All the major work has been done. You know, all the suspension, shock absorbers, springs, all the brakes have been renewed, all new shoes in them, and cylinders, new brake pipes, handbrake cable, new fuel tank up above. Yeah, it's all been done. So as you've just seen, underneath the car is almost finished. Probably about 99% there, but I'm quite happy with it. Now in the next episode, I'll just be finishing things off. I need to reconnect the brake flexi hose at the back to the copper pipe and bleed the brakes. And I've also got to change the right hand side spring and shocky. That's straightforward, that's easy enough to do. And then I can finally get her off the ramp and out of the garage. I have got another car which is itching to get in. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you've liked what you've seen. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you wish. If you haven't, it is absolutely free and it really helps the channel. So until next time, bye for now.